I made myself a sort of spindle sander out of a drill with a sanding drum bit and a piece of nice flat laminated pine. Using a center line and a transparent protractor, I marked out the positions of the frets. I have a piece of masking tape on my fretting saw to act as a depth gauge. This is a really scary part of the process because if you get the fret cutting wrong, you're completely stuffed. You have to remake the entire fretboard. I made some soapstone dust by rubbing a piece of steel marking chalk on a piece of sandpaper. I marked the fret dot positions in the center of the frets by drawing diagonal lines from corner to corner. I drilled out the holes for the fret dots with a brad point bit, and then I filled it by adding a drop of super glue into the hole and pouring soapstone dust powder onto the super glue, pressing it in and then repeating until I'd built up a whole circle of soapstone. Then using a file and a piece of sandpaper, I removed all the excess super glue and soapstone dust until I was just left with the disc as a marker, which matched the fretboard inlay perfectly. Time to start installing the frets. Having cut the frets to size, I then removed the ends of the tang with a Dremel tool with a little grinder disc on it. I've got here a nice flat piece of wood with some slightly worn 80 grit paper, water paper, super glued to it. I'm just going to run it down the edge here to get these all flat. And I'm going to roll it over slightly. Take off that sharp edge. Oh, still sharp. Do the same with the other side. I have found that the quickest way to remove material when beginning to shape the neck profile is to use a draw knife. It's able to remove quite a lot of material quite quickly. Once you've removed the corners of the neck with a draw knife, you go on to a rasp for the final sort of shaping. So I don't know about all this D shape and C shape and all that stuff people talk about. I know on my last guitar I didn't enjoy the neck. When I finished it, I redid it and just messed with it until I got it feeling right. So I suppose I'll do the same thing this time. Having a multi-laminate neck really helps in shaping because you've got lines that you can work to. You don't have to keep redrawing lines. Still got far too chunky a shoulder here. put some thin epoxy resin on the neck as a sort of a grain filler, and then once it was dry I started sanding the neck down as a final shaping. I also used the epoxy resin to fill knots and also a couple of machining marks that I'd left on the guitar body. Then it was time for endless sanding and multiple coats of wipe-on poly that I made myself out of 40% polyurethane clear and 60% turpentine. I think that might be what you other guys call white spirit. Time to start mounting all the hardware. This earth wire under the bridge is terribly important. I don't know why, but without it you always get a buzz. I mounted the single coil pickups in a plate, a thin piece of key out that I cut. And I've offset them slightly so that one of the pickups, the poles are under the main strings, and the other one, the poles are under the octaves. made some nut slotting tools out of an old feeler gauge set. The feeler gauges were glued between two pieces of Meranti half round to act as handles. And then the edge was roughed up with a Dremel tool with a little grinding disc on it. And with that, the guitar is basically finished. I just need to wire it up, solder it up, string it up, and then I can test it.